Well, hello once again, everyone. It's Jingles Roscoe here with another speed drawing. Today, I decided that since I got a brand new drawing device, I'd like to go ahead and try drawing Cammy again. Here we go. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. Jingles, didn't you already, draw Cammy this year? And to which I say, yes, I did. But I have saved my money, and I'm very excited to say that I have just recently bought a Huion Canvas GT 220 V2, which is a display tablet. And I'm so happy that I saved my money for this because it's been an upgrade that I've been needing for a while. After my last tablet died a while ago, I was like, I can't draw, but my roommate, Josh, had a tablet that he was all like, here, you can use mine. And that's the one I've been using for like a year and a half or so. And I've been seeing a lot of videos of people saying how great Huion's products have been and how not as expensive they are from Wacom's stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I looked it up, and I have been saving my money, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one because it's a cool little device, and it'll really help, I think, speed up the drawing process for me. It's pretty much going to be a business expense, and so I was really happy to get a hold of it. I don't keep this first Cammy. I keep trying to readjust things, but it doesn't work out, and so anyway. I decided this was mostly a practice to try and get used to the new tablet, which was it's different, and it was kind of funny because like the first time in such a long time, my hand was actually getting in the way of drawing stuff, and I thought that was funny, but also reminded me of back when I would draw on paper. And actually, I still will sketch in my sketchbook from time to time. I just don't do it nearly as often as I did back then, since now that I've been drawing digitally mostly. But yeah, this was something, it took a little bit to get used to. And I think now, after I've already drawn this and I've been doing other small practice sketches here and there, I've been doing better. This Cammy was turning out weird, and I wasn't sure why. It's because I wasn't using reference. I was just going from memory. So I pulled up some reference, and I'm like, yes, perfect. Because there's stuff about Cammy that I surprisingly didn't remember. Like, I don't remember her wearing a mask at all. I thought that was kind of weird, and I don't remember her having like a burnt face. But I was like, you know what, whatever. I got it. I'll just get Cammy real quick, and I've drawn Cammy before. It can't be that difficult. But like this, once again, is why it's so important that you use reference images, because there's going to be little details on characters that, even though you've been drawing them for years and years and years, there's going to be stuff that you forget on these characters, and so. Little details and stuff like that, like little things on her gloves, or the fact that she wears a mask sometimes. But the old Cammys that I drew, I didn't put a mask on, so I was like, okay, I'll just forget it for now, and just have her without the mask. I'll put the mask in her hand. Yeah, she'll be holding her mask. That's what I'll do. And I wanted a kind of a dramatic pose, kind of intense. I guess I kind of went for like that Killer Bee look when she was still part of Shadaloo. So yeah, it was just something that I was just like, let's try it. Let's do a little tiny bit different, just a little bit. And I'm decently happy. But once again, this was mostly practice for my new tablet, which, oh boy, it's a beaut. Oh, that there's a beauty. It's a great little tablet, and I've been really, really enjoying working on it, messing around with some stuff. I actually drew quite a bit of little things here and there, but they're just practice stuff. I don't normally show it to people unless you guys are like really interested to see just kind of the random practice sketches I have. But if you guys are interested, I do post non-speed drawing stuff like on my DeviantArt, which I have a link to in the description. But all of my speed drawing pictures, I always have a picture of it on my DeviantArt as well, so you can get a closer look at it there if that's what you want. I couldn't remember how I draw braids. I have to practice every single time. I'm still not an expert when it comes to making braids, so just pull up the old picture of Cammy. It looks different. It looks kind of weird, and I'm not really sure why it's so different. But you know, hey, character designs, they change over the years. You know, characters aren't always going to look the same, and especially Street Fighter characters, which is something that I really like about Street Fighter characters, is they change. They get different every year. No, not every year, but there'll be like some small subtle changes, and sometimes there's big old changes. But usually you could just look at a character and be like, oh yeah, that's the guy from the Street Fighters, the guy with the fighting streets. That's cool. He shoots the fireballs out of his hands. He's a cool guy. Here I am in the inking phase, which was kind of interesting trying to get used to because of how many levels of pressure sensitivity are in this pen. And really, depending on the angle you're holding the pen will also like affect how much like pressure you're putting down on the tip of the pen. And so if you hold it to the side a little bit, it will only do like really thin lines, but if you hold it like straight down, it'll be like painting with a brush. It's crazy. You can see really I did not change the size of the pen settings at all while I was inking, and so all that line variation, differences in thicknesses and all that, it was just like it's just trying out the pen. So I'm not super happy with this picture, but like I said, I was practicing, and you know, who better to practice with than with Cammy, right? I think that's probably the best choice in any given situation. But yeah, here I am. I was gonna try a different method of coloring than I usually do, and then I backed down and just went with my usual method of like selecting out the areas, flood filling, and then, you know, coloring them afterwards. I didn't want to get too nuts. Didn't want to get too crazy with my new tablet because I'm still trying to figure it out. Once I get a better handle on my tablet, I think then I'll be more willing to try and experiment here and there. But otherwise, you know, it was a really nice pen. I found nice pen, and really great tablet. I found a few coupon codes here and there that I could apply to it, so I got it at a decent discount. It was still kind of expensive, but boy, it was nowhere near as expensive as, say, a Wacom like Cintiq would be. Like, Cintiqs are outstandingly expensive, and I still kind of want one, but like with this new tablet, the Huion Canvas, it's so good. It's so good. It makes me feel happy every time I kind of move the pen around. And actually, I was on vacation this week because I'd been so busy, and that's kind of the reason why I haven't done too many speed drawings up until this point. I've been just so busy with life, work, and a bunch of other stuff, and so I actually had drawn a couple of things before that I wasn't super proud of, and so I have it saved. Here's actually, I drew a picture for Year of the Dog, but it wasn't turning out, and so, as I said before, if something's not turning out, then don't feel bad about just either starting over or just moving on to a different thing, because that's just what people need to do as artists sometimes. And so, yeah, I moved on. There's a picture of the doggo, but we're coming up to the end here. I just added a bit of shines here on Cammy, and there we go. There's Cammy for you, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. But I was still learning, still trying to figure it out. But you know, I'm still gonna keep practicing, and hopefully I'll have a even better picture for you at some time in the future. But thanks a lot for watching, and I appreciate it. And wait, hold on. Oh, that's Decapre. That's the I drew Decapre. I drew Decapre.